Welcome to On Health with Houston Methodist. I'm Zach Moore. I'm a photographer and editor here, and I've worked in multimedia and television for over 15 years, and I'm also a longtime podcaster.
I'm Katie McCallum. I'm a former researcher turned health writer, mostly writing for our blog.
And Katie, do you drink diet soda?
Yeah, I have one pretty much every day.
Every day?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I mean, if I go a day without having one, it's kind of rare. Sometimes I'll have two. I have decided that I only want to have one a day, but then some days you just need two. Caffeine-free diet soda.
Caffeine-free diet soda.
That's where I'm at in life now. Bedtime's important to me, and if I have caffeine past noon, that's a no-go.
So what are you getting out of these drinks?
It's all about the flavor. It's just, it's the hit of flavor.
Wow.
Yeah.
The caffeine-free diet sodas.
Do you drink diet soda?
As I've probably said on this podcast on and off, I've gone through spurts of being healthy and spurts of being unhealthy in my life.
I don't think that's different from a lot of people. So
I'm unique in that way. No, but I've never really made diet soda a drink of choice. I might after this conversation you're going to hear about today, listeners, but I've either been like, okay, well, if I'm going to drink a soft drink, I'm going to drink a soft drink. And
by that, you mean full
yeah.
Full sugar soda.
No caffeine free, no diet, no zero. It's like they're all
or nothing.
Equally unhealthy. That was kind of my mindset. It was like it's either going to be water or it's going to be soft drinks.
Okay.
I felt like I don't want to compromise. I could never really see, at least to me personally, the return on investment of I'm going to drink something that tastes worse than what I want. And is there really that much health benefit? Which is really what we're talking about in this podcast.
Yeah, but I see your side of it. That's fair. I mean, I would say that my taste buds, I think, have acclimated because now if I go have a full sugar soda, it actually tastes like I don't prefer that taste anymore. But I see your point. It's also that process of acclimating your taste buds might take a while. So you're like, why am I drinking this? It's gross. And I don't know, maybe it's not healthy. Who did we talk to dig into this?
So we talked to Dr. Karla St. Andre. She's an endocrinologist here at Houston Methodist. And we talked about diet soda, how it ranks health-wise versus regular soda, zero sugar sodas, other soft drink alternatives, new sweeteners, how that might affect your body. You've heard all the new sweetener studies, so we talked some about that. And just really some recommendations on, look, if you're craving a soft drink, what should you do?
Sounds great. Let's get into it.
I'm here with Dr. Karla St. Andre. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you for inviting me to this podcast.
So we got soda, we got diet soda, we got zero sugar soda. Let's break some of this down. So what exactly is the difference between diet soda and quote-unquote regular soda?
Is the sugar.
Okay.
Yeah, the artificial sweetener in the diet sodas. We have sucrose, which is the regular sugar, found in plants and foods. So that's what is used for regular sodas, any type of flavor. The diet family or the zero family, they use artificial sweeteners, which is non-calorie or low-calorie, like sucralose or aspartame.
Now, are some artificial sweeteners, quote-unquote, better or healthier than others?
It's hard to answer that question. There's so many studies, recent studies on meta-analysis of randomized controlled trials in human populations and rodents. In rodents, sometimes they find differences between the type of artificial sweetener, and they say, sucralose or aspartame, one of each may increase the risk of weight gain or development of diabetes, usually in rodents, rats. But in human studies, there's no difference. Now, they're different. Most of them get absorbed in the circulation, and some of them pass throughout the GI tract. So, for example, aspartame and acylsubtame, those ones don't get all the way to the colon. But the ones that get all the way through the colon, like sucralose and stevia, those can affect the flora because some bacteria may use them for their own sugar energy production. So there's some, debate if some of the artificial sweeteners can affect the microbiome.
Now the acid in diet soda, is that the most quote-unquote dangerous part about it, or?
I don't think so. So acid, it mostly comes from it has a little bit of levels of potassium, but if you do drink a lot of diet soda, and not only diet soda, but mineral water, that can cause problems in mineralization in the bones. So diet soda is bad in high quantities. It can lead to increased risk of kidney stones, and it's just not good for the bones. But the acid is not going to cause someone to have acid blood, no.
So from the sounds of it, there's not really, if you're going to drink one diet soda, drink this diet soda. It's all pretty much, there's a give and take with all of them, really. And it really depends on how your own physical biology works, because everybody's different. You never really know how it's going to interact based on, because some people gain weight faster when they drink, regular soda, and some people don't. And it's sometimes, it's amusing to me when you're like, I'm going to be healthy today and get a double cheeseburger and a large fry and a Diet Coke, right? That's how
oh my God, yes, that is the problem, yes. Yeah, no, if you were to choose a regular soda or a diet soda, choose a diet soda. I mean, everything in excess is bad. And studies in animals, like in rodents, show that excess artificial sweeteners can cause problems with weight gain. In rodents, not in humans. I mean, I don't know if there may be people who are drinking like 2 gallons of diet soda. I don't know. I hope not. But
probably in my youth I was, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. But if you are to, if you were to choose in between regular soda and diet soda, I recommend go for the second one.
Is there like a recommended limit? Like, I don't want of like, hey, if you don't drink more than like 1 or 2 a day.
No.
Probably the recommended limit is probably 0.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if you ask a nephrologist or you ask a cardiologist, stop diet soda, stop. But sometimes it's hard. Like, lots of patients, that's the only thing that they have, like, that gives them that sweet sensation instead of grabbing the chocolate bar or something like that. So I'd rather, have them. I mean, if you were going to have a diet soda, 1 a day, and that's it. A small one, not 2 liter.
I found that those little cans, like what are they, 8 ounces, like the mini cans, those are way more like manageable.
Yeah,
I think, because I struggle with drinking soda and not drinking soda. I do. It's a battle. The struggle is real, my friends. But I found that if you, like anything, if you condition yourself, like slowly, because you can't just flip a switch, but you get the smaller cans and you drink those, then that's going to be enough for you. Like I found myself before just drinking and down in these traditional 12-ounce cans. Drinking them and then like, let me go drink another one, right? But then, I started to get these smaller 6-ounce cans. And then if you this is what I have here, you slowly sip that and you get, less and less. And, but you're right though, that it creates a craving. And does drinking diet soda increase your craving for real sugar? Like, is it?
No, those studies, no, there's no data. There's no data that diet soda will increase your cravings for more sugar, or hunger, or glucose absorption. So no, maybe it's, usually when you drink diet soda, there's, you're eating something else with it, or definitely can increase the risk of dehydration. So, and dehydration by itself is, is thirst. Some people confuse hunger with thirst.
Right.
So that may be the problem there. It does not increase your craving for sugar.
Okay, so it's not a gateway drink to
yeah,
higher levels of sugar in soft drinks. Gotcha. There's so many iterations of these diet sodas and whatnot. There's your diet soda, and there's your caffeine-free soda. Right? How does that play into it? Like, and I've even seen like the diet caffeine free. It's like they put so much stuff on the label now. It's like overwhelming. But how does caffeine free iterations of these sodas work in all this?
So caffeine is just caffeine. It'll just increase the risk of dehydration. It's caffeine like regular coffee. So it doesn't increase the calories or anything like that. And it doesn't make you hold on to more water. It just will increase the risk of dehydration. It's just coffee. If you like it with caffeine, go ahead. If you don't, it's just extra caffeine. It's like if you're drinking a little bit of coffee.
I've never really been a coffee fan, honestly. So when I was younger, I used to work in television and work the morning shift, right? So I get up and all these people are drinking coffee, and I would drink
soda.
3 or 4 cans of soda. Not healthy, but when you're like 22 years old, you shouldn't do it, but your body can manage it more, right? And that's unsustainable. And I always thought to myself, I don't know, that those people are drinking a lot of coffee with a lot of sugar. Maybe it cancels out. Maybe what I'm doing is just as, healthy or unhealthy. Like it's a wash, right? That's kind of how I saw it. Is that? accurate or?
No, I mean, I have lots of patients that they, instead of having morning coffee, they have two diet sodas or two regular sodas because of the caffeine. I don't think that's healthy. I recommend try to get your black coffee if possible. If not, you may want to put some artificial sweetener. I'm against regular sugar because I have treated a lot of people with diabetes. But the least amount of sugar or artificial sweetener you could put in, that's the best.
Yeah, it is interesting how your body can condition itself one way or the other, right? You keep drinking soda, you get desensitized. That's why you drink 4 or 5, right? But because I've gone on, spurts where I've okay, no soda, I'm just drinking water, and I've seen the results. Energy drinks is something I've never really gotten into. There's been some every now and then, if there's a quote unquote healthier one, maybe I'll try one of those out. Because again, I'm searching for that start your day alternative to coffee, right? I'm like, oh, an energy drink, sure, but I know some people that it's a routine for them. They got to drink I can't start my day without my 2 fill-in-the-blank energy drinks, right? And how do those factor into this whole world of liquids that you drink, but maybe you shouldn't be drinking?
The energy drinks?
Yeah.
I don't support energy drinks a lot. If you want to, go ahead, but be careful because there's cases of those usually energy drinks have a lot of caffeine, excessive amounts of caffeine. There's people who've developed arrhythmias, end up in the ER because of energy drinks. So I'm not a fan of those. So if I rather you drink a diet soda in the morning than energy drink.
Okay, so I'm doing it right then.
Yeah, you're doing the right thing.
More with Dr. St. Andre after this.
From annual checkups to managing chronic conditions, your healthcare should be personalized to you. At Houston Methodist, our primary care doctors provide customized care for you and your family, with more than 40 convenient locations across Greater Houston. We offer a variety of ways to get care, from in-person and virtual appointments to same-day visits when you're sick. Choose your doctor and schedule online at houstonmethodist.org/stayhealthy. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
And we're back with Dr. St. Andre. So say a patient comes to you and says, look, trying to get a hold of this. I know I drink too many soft drinks. What can I do about this? How do I get off this soda addiction, if you will, right? Is diet soda an answer, or is it a transitionary answer to no soda at all? What would you recommend to a patient who comes to you with this?
I would recommend, you were actually right. So if someone is coming and drinking regular soda, I will tell them try to switch to diet soda. And sometimes it's hard because they're like, oh, I hate the taste. That's why I'm so addicted to the regular soda.
Exactly.
So I would recommend, what about you trying a little bit of, the different diet sodas or Coke Zero, which is, has different sweetener. And if they're not able to do that, I just tell them, well, try to drink the least possible amount of soda. So my kind of idea or about dieting is you shouldn't need to completely cold turkey or get rid of the foods that you like. If you enjoy soda, then that's fine. Okay, what about you just take it, drink a little bit of sips and then just throw it, or buy the small cans, or in that you were saying. My recommendation to my patients is not to get rid of 100% of those things. Sometimes it's impossible. Look at the environment where we live. Everywhere you go out, there's a soda there, there's this there. Yeah. So I just tell them about 80% of your diet should come from foods that are healthy, natural things, including water. And then 20% of your diet should come from things that you enjoy. If you want a cookie, if you want that soda. If someone is drinking regular soda, I strongly recommend switch to another one that is artificially sweetened.
So yeah, the no cold turkey approach is good because you probably come back crash harder, right, when you come back to it.
Yeah, it's horrible. I mean, there's people who do it perfectly, and that's good. I mean, I have patients that say, no, it's either all or nothing. Okay, if you're that type of person, go ahead, stop it, cold turkey. But most of us, we are not like that. Most of us, we cannot just cold turkey unless you're doing one thing at a time. Like switching your diet from one extreme to the other is so hard. So you have to do it slowly. So the best way is just to reduce the amount. Okay, you're drinking 2 sodas a day. Well, how about you just decrease it to 1 a day? And then the next time, maybe do that for about a month. And then go down to half a soda or every other day or once a week or twice a week. If you say, I can't stop drinking my sodas, then one a day, that's fine. The least amount you can maintain. You know what I mean? I drink my soda. I drink it once a week or twice a week. Or sometimes I go months without drinking them. Sometimes I go a week drinking a soda a day.
So final thought here as we wrap up. How would you rank from healthy to unhealthy? Regular soda, diet soda, zero sugar soda, and let's just throw it in energy drinks.
That's a hard question. Well, kind of hard and not a hard question. So I would do water first, right?
Water. There you go.
Then diet, zero in those categories. You can either do one or the other. They have artificial sweeteners, so they're the same, basically. I don't recommend energy drinks at all. I mean, I've had them when I was in residency just to stay awake, but there's I had cardiologists who were just like, no, never do that. I would say regular soda and energy drinks.
Okay. Where does sweet tea fit in on that?
Equal to regular soda.
Okay. All right. I think I'm really going to consider some diet soda now because I've been trying the cold turkey approach. I've been like, all right, I really like my fill in the blank, but like, I'm gonna drink some water for a few days. Oh, let me have a soft drink. Oh, I had one. Might as well have 4.
Yeah.
And then you're back in the pattern, right?
No, just decrease it to the least that you can.
Yeah.
1 diet soda a day, that's okay. Just try to drink the same amount of water, but plus more water, of course.
Right, of course. All right, well, Dr. St. Andre, thank you so much for taking the time with us today. This has been very informative. I'm going to go home and I don't know what I'm going to drink yet, but it's not going to be an energy drink or regular soda. So thank you for your time today.
Thank you so much.
So, Katie, after that, I think I'm going to start drinking diet soda, at least in the place of my regular sodas that I drink.
Yeah, I think what I heard was that if you're using it as a way to not drink full sugar soda, it's okay to have a diet soda a day. I will be continuing to drink my diet soda per day.
Cool.
Caffeine free. I was glad too she talked about the caffeine implications of some of the drinks. Made me feel better about my caffeine diet soda that you were kind of making fun of me about. It turns out that's probably a good decision. Obviously, there's not as much caffeine in a diet soda as energy drinks.
Well, that's what we learned. Don't drink energy drinks.
I mean, it sounds like that's a hard pass for
she
her.
She was seriously against energy drinks, which is great because I rarely ever drink energy drinks myself.
Yeah, I have never. I think I tried a sip of one once and was like, gross, that's disgusting. And to me, I don't drink soda for the caffeine. I drink coffee for caffeine, so I don't really need a coffee replacement. Happy to get my caffeine that way. I think too with diet soda, and she mentioned, and I was glad to hear. I have often heard that it's the artificial sweeteners in the sodas that might be bad for you.
Right.
Then, they cause weight gain. I think what she mentioned, these studies just aren't showing that in people that's happening. At a larger scale as they're concerned, maybe there's a lot of factors involved. So these things that, the artificial sweeteners, maybe we need to learn more about them, but they're not as bad as maybe sometimes people on the internet and other places make them out to be.
Yeah, and that was a huge takeaway for me as well. Like when we're talking about, you get a diet soda, but then you get this incredibly unhealthy meal. It's like it all kind of works together. It's like, no, if you're seeking out eating healthy meals and things like that, it's all going to kind of take care of itself. But just this one little component is not going to change, and that's a trap I fall into. It's like, well, I was drinking these diet drinks, and I'm still blah, blah, blah. But yeah, maybe you should be eating fries.
Right. I was about to say, I do give myself. I feel better when I have a diet soda with like a burger and fries.
One of those.
I'm going to admit it. I mean, yeah, that's an extra 200 calories I'm saving.
Yeah.
Not everything's about calories.
That's true.
We should probably make that point.
I feel like when we were younger, it was like 120 calories. Am I imagining that? I feel like it's gone up.
We did used to have the cane sugar sodas back in the day. We're not that old, Zach.
Back in the day.
I like that you had her kind of rank all the drinks. I found that to be very helpful. I mean, I don't think the answer was all that surprising necessarily, but it is nice to get that validation of, okay, obviously water, healthiest thing you can put in your body. Diet soda's up there as better things to drink than a full sugar soda. Definitely better than the energy drink, as she reiterated. I thought that was really fun. So that was nice to know.
Yeah, you wouldn't have a spectrum. Like if I'm going to be unhealthy, I need to know how unhealthy I'm being.
Right, back to the all or nothing mentality
Right,
that
exactly.
you clearly have with beverages. Yes, I think she gave you that for sure.
Right. Well, as we talked about last season, Katie, your body's 90% water, so it's important
Yep.
to stay hydrated.
I'm glad you took that away incorrectly. Still 70% water. Mine might be some percentage of diet soda, but you're still wrong on the 90%, Zach.
All right, that's going to do it for us this time. And be sure to share, like, and subscribe on Health with Houston Methodist wherever you get your podcasts. If you enjoyed this conversation, for more topics like this, visit our blog at houstonmethodist.org/blog. Stay tuned and stay healthy.
Houston Methodist Hospital has been named the best hospital in Texas for 11 years in a row by U.S. News & World Report. Houston Methodist Hospital is the #1 hospital in Texas and number 15 in the nation. We are nationally ranked in 10 specialties, the most in the state. For more than 100 years, we have provided you the best and safest clinical care, advanced technology, and patient experience. That's our promise of leading medicine. Houston Methodist, leading medicine.